I'm also interested the just kind of the shifts in funding and priorities across the country from different fleets. How is that kind of affecting you think your customers and your own kind of business models and the way that you're thinking about the industry?
Yeah. We, as you know, and you're pretty deep in the space, and we are in an interesting time here in our, electrification journey as a country, as North America. And fleets do recognize that the funding environment overall has become pretty compressed, at least at a federal level. But there's enough opportunity at a, state, local, and utility level with support programs that are available. And fleets who are forward looking are looking to tap into these funding resources to make sure they can move forward with their electrification plans. And most fleets generally, they're looking at a 10, 15-year replacement cycle. So it's not like you have to make all your strides in the next 2 or 3 years. That replacement cycle allows them to weave in a strategy where they can be selective about the locations they electrify, certain site architectures that are better suited with the available infrastructure, power, etc. And then even vehicles and vehicle applications that are better suited to electrify. So it's a much more targeted deployment now. I know people being conscious of where funding's available, with sites, and what portions of my fleet makes sense. And that's what fleets are doing today. The ones that really want up, I would say leaning into electrification. For the fleets that are, I would say, more fence sitters or people who've been kind of waiting and watching, even those fleets, they realize that electrification or let's call it carbon neutral solutions are inevitable, right? That's the journey the world is on. While America may be taking a pause or a little slow, historically been slow, right? We've been, let's say, if you call the major regions, China, Europe, America, we have been lagging and we probably will continue to lag here for a bit. But they do realize, that the vehicle market is not insular, right? Companies make global platforms. No one's making vehicles just for a single market or region. And so these technologies will bleed. And as automotive companies and vehicle manufacturers make progress in other markets, we have to adopt, and that's where this market's going. So they, even these fence sitters and people who are watching are making sure that plans as they build sites or identify sites, build infrastructure, they are planning for the long term so that they can unpause when the conditions become better. When I say conditions become better, they're either waiting for more funding or they're waiting for price parity of ICE with EV. So that's where we see the funding equation today.